Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly video update for Wednesday, September the 9th. And we had a big turnaround day today. We were up 67 points in the S&P. Big turnaround, especially after the last couple of days. If you have been watching, we had a pretty vicious sell-off over the last 3 days, and again a pretty decent bounce this morning, and then we got a lot of follow through. We did have some selling here at the end of the day. We came right up against a voodoo line. I'll show you that in a second, and kind of failed. But all in all, pretty strong showing. And what let us down was we started the downward trend, and it just I don't know if it's over or not, but it sure didn't last very long. If that was it, was the high tech names, the big cap tech names that we've always talked about, and just really brought us down pretty quickly right here off the high. Notice, let me show you this voodoo lines real quick. If you do voodoo lines, notice we have a snow line here, and our snow line is at 3587.17, and we went to 3588.11. So 1 point away right there. Came and failed at that voodoo snow line, and we come all the way back down. This is a voodoo tree line here, and if we go out on a little bit longer time frame, this is a 30-minute chart. If we go out to a 1-year chart, we can see here that we came up, kind of poked above it, but ended up failing, and we're still right under it. We closed at 33.98. That voodoo tree line right there is at 34.0, basically 34.08. So we're about 8 points away from that now. So I guess the big question is, tomorrow and maybe the rest of the week, do we break through this and and just resume our pace up here, or was this it and we kind of come back down here to a snow line? Or what I would prefer to happen would be some kind of range bound chop like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because that works great for this, the style, the type trading that I do. But I don't know, it's still too early to tell. I don't think, and again, I'm just like everybody else. I'm trying to read the tea leaves and watch everything and see what's going on and get all of the, the clues I can get. But I don't think that this is going to be the start of something that's going to, take us back down here and all that kind of stuff. I don't think. So, we really have to play it day by day. And that's what we've been doing on the way up. It is kind of interesting that if you watch the, I always do the videos on Wednesday night. If you watch the videos that I did the last couple of weeks, I've been saying I thought this was a blow off top, because everything gets, when we get really far away from, this is a 20-day moving EMA right here, we get really far away from there, and then we actually go vertical. That looks like a blow off top to me, and I said we'll come back down here into this 20-day, maybe into this 50-day, and we came right exactly back down into that. And I was talking about how we always come back down and retest these levels, but the ones that were more dramatic were these vertical, completely straight up moves that we had. And if you guys saw the video, you saw exactly me hovering my mouse over this and going, this doesn't ever end well. And the problem is, we never know when the last candle higher is going to be, and then when the when we roll over and all that kind of stuff. There's Apple. Anyway, all the large cap techs have done it, and they've all come back down into these same levels that we looked at a couple weeks ago. Again, the problem is you can keep going and going and going like this for for a while. I didn't know how long it would take to turn this thing around, but anyway, I guess the clue now, or the question now, is what do we do from here? And so far, I mean, it's only been 3 days since this really started, and we did have a long weekend. A big positive move up today um, is very encouraging. I mean, we're up 400 points on the Dow, 61 ES, about 300 on the Nasdaq. So this is very encouraging, and it's also honestly, it's kind of normal. What we do. We pull back into these here. We came all the way back to the 200, bounce, pull and bounce. Rally up here, bounce. That makes sense. But again, who knows? This is a crazy, crazy, crazy market. I think a lot of people may have gotten their hands too close to the fire and gotten burned, chasing these stocks higher and higher and higher. So do those guys step back in, and gals? Do people step back in and buy this dip, or were there too many margin calls and too many shell-shocked people to jump in and buy this thing, and then we just start pulling on back? And honestly, I don't know. It's too early to tell. One thing that is kind of crazy, a little tidbit here. This is the fastest, this move here. That was a 10% correction. That's the fastest 10% correction in history. It's kind of crazy. Most of that was Tesla was down 21%, one day. So most of that was the large cap tech names, that came down. So again, is this the deal of the century? Jump in and buy it or not? And I don't know. I'm actually a little more interested in buying here than trying to short this, but it's easy for me to say that because I've got a couple of SPX trades on, and I think that's it. But anyway, I'm very light, in other words. So I'll try to take advantage up or down. If it goes down, that's fine. If it goes up, we'll keep buying the dip just like we've done all year long. The big unknown is that we're in we're coming up on an election. We still got all kind of COVID-19 news coming out every day. There's great news on a vaccine, or that vaccine didn't, the trials didn't work, or whatever. So we can be, we're in a severe news-driven market. So again, as always, I like to play it, keep a lot of cash and be very opportunistic and very selective in my trades. I mean, think about it. If you can only make one trade, which one are you going to take, and kind of think like that in the process of your day to day. Just, you don't have to trade every day. I've been sitting on my hands and just watching a lot, and it's been paying off. And because you can overtrade in a market like this, and also one that's very whippy. Again, go back here to like a 10-day chart, and this is it's great, buy, 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 slam, slam, slam. And again, this is just people get their heads chopped off here. And even here, we came back up. This is 200-day. We're going to break out of here and keep going higher, and we did, and we failed. So here, big question mark. No way to tell which way we're going to go. So be careful out there. Be very selective on your trades. Try to find the honey badgers that are not really paying too much attention to the market. And I don't have any off the top of my head because I haven't seen a lot, honestly. But that's the biggest thing, is just to keep cash and be very selective in the trades that you take, and be ready when they show up. But again, you don't have to take every trade. You don't have to trade every day. So that's what I've got for you today. Not a lot to do, but just sit and wait. We really need to let the smoke clear a little bit more. Again, this started last Thursday, so it's only been a couple of days. So let's let the smoke clear and see which way we're going to go. And maybe we picked up, resume the rally and it keeps going. If it starts to break down more, that's a whole different discussion, and we will probably have that next week if that's what happens, next Wednesday, when I do the videos again. So until then, great trading, stay safe, be careful, and I'll see you guys at the next update. Thanks.